Be honest, how many times has a Grey Zone mission made you alt-tab and search for the grid reference? Today I'm showing you 4 real missions that had me lost, and the simple changes that could make the 0.4 patch incredible without killing the mystery of the game. If you love missions more than PvP, this one is definitely for you.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Alright, you fresh-faced noobs. TJ here. I'm a missions kind of guy. I like the hunt, the tension, the wait, what's going on in Le Mans vibe, and GZW's missions are so close to greatness. But sometimes the cluing is vague enough that I end up playing Where's Waldo? Jungle Edition. The video isn't a hate fest, it's a love letter with notes in the margins, and a blueprint for how dark revelations can make these missions sing. Is this the biggest problem with missions in Grey Zone Warfare? You get a vague objective like, search the shack south of Hunter's Paradise. No grid ref, no clues, just wander and hope. 10 minutes later, you're on the wiki pulling coords instead of playing. And when you finish, no story, no real payoff, just filler, which kills the immersion. The biggest problem is this: vague objectives that force you out of the game into wikis or videos, and missions that are just filler without expanding on the story or lore. You end up feeling like a delivery boy, not a mercenary uncovering a conspiracy. With update 0.40 Dark Revelations coming, this is the #1 fix Madfinger needs. I'll prove it with 4 missions I just ran. I'll break down why it matters and show how 0.4 could make them even better. Let's get into it. I absolutely love GZW's missions. They're what keep me coming back over the PvP. That feeling of piecing together Le Mans dark secrets, like drug trafficking rings or faction wars. It's strong. As a missions player, I live for the narrative pull, the way they make you feel alive and gritty. But this vagueness pulls you out. You get a line like, search south of Falang. Sounds solid, but south of Falang is massive.
They're digging in the wrong place.
No landmarks, no hints, just sweep and guess. And I end up alt-tabbing to a wiki or to a YouTube video, which yanks me right out of the game. It's not about hand-holding, it's about staying in the world without needing an external crutch. Domesticated Rat is one of the coolest missions I think in Grey Zone Warfare. Midnight Op, shady contact, jungle infiltration, but it's also the perfect example of where GZW missions frustrate players and why 0.4 needs to fix them. Let's run it. It's southwest along a road until I hit the dirt road south of the motel. Hug the jungle to avoid the AI patrols and then follow the dirt track until I reach the bridge over the river. From here, I hook south, hugging the river as it wound through the jungle. After a few minutes you spot it, a hut with a satellite dish on the roof. There's a tiny wooden bridge crossing the river straight to the house. Go slow, there's a guard on the bridge and usually more patrolling around the house. Sometimes one even inside. Clear them out carefully, and here's the kicker. This mission is time locked, so I got there early and had to wait until 10 o'clock for the meet. Great tension, but brutal if you don't know it and just stand there confused. Once inside, I grabbed the intel from the informant off the table. I then doubled back along the river, passing the dumping ground, the motel, and made my way back to Foxtrot 1 for extraction. Back at base, you hand in the intel and you get 1000 XP cash. Handshake radios in. Fucking hell. I hope this guy would live longer and sell us more intel. Well, at least he didn't lose any money to get what we wanted. I'll tell our other informants to be careful. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you, right? And that's it. The rat is dead, the intel is safe, but there's no follow-up mission, no new lead, the story just stops. And this is where 4.0 could make the missions amazing. Keep the tension, but add the progressive clues. Broad. Meet your contact south of Hunter's Paradise. Okay. Landmark. Follow the river south of the motel. Look for the satellite dish. Specific. Contact's note is pinned to the shack door. Boom, you're immersed, not lost. After the handover, Handshake should drop a lore bomb. This contact was tied to the Sapphire staff list. We've got a leak. I'm sending you to sweep the resort's service wing for more evidence. Tiny line, but massive momentum. Suddenly, you're not just cashing XP, you're on the trail of a conspiracy. Unattainable Luxury. This one should be a banger. Handshake drops a juicy rumour about a shady businessman with a summer villa, dead under mysterious circumstances. Very Le Mans. The goal? Search the villa, find where he stashed his goods, and maybe make us millionaires. Hell yeah, I'm in. I flew into LZ Oscar 1, cut across the fields towards Falang, and started sweeping south. Here's the problem. The mission just says, locate the villa south of Falang. South of Falang is huge. If you don't know where to go, you could spend hours combing fields and compounds. As I did, I searched house to house, fought through the AI around the farm, died, respawned at Winchester, and ran back. Eventually, I found the river west, and hit jackpot. Villa Finette, a gorgeous property up a hill, complete with swimming pool. But it wasn't skill, this was luck. If I hadn't gone that way, I'd still be wandering right now. Once inside, the mission is solid. You search the kitchen, you go upstairs, you find the businessman's diary, grab his computer, proper spy vibes. If the mission stopped here, it'd be fine. But nope, Handshake says now we have to find UNLRA meeting point to figure out what happened to the goods. You follow the road south, and this is where the mission breaks for me. Well, it would have broken earlier if I'd not accidentally found the villa, but anyway, the task says try to find the UNLRA meeting point. They've gathered locals predominantly near the main roads. Search the one going from Falang towards Tiger Bay. That's it. No good reference, no hint of what the meeting point actually looks like. Is it a checkpoint? Is it a garage? Is it a field? Is it a burning barrel with two guys stood around it? I spent 90 minutes walking up and down that road, checking every shack, every bus stop, every suspicious market stall, and I found nothing. I even walked all the way to the UNLR checkpoint, which is west of that road as well. At that point, you either give up or you open the wiki. I hate doing that, but I still haven't completed this mission, and that's the frustration. Great setup, but no payoff. So how do we fix this one? Here's how. You could turn this into a masterpiece. Start broad, south of Falang on the main road. Then you tighten it, pass the By Lake restaurant, cross the bridge west, look for the UNLR checkpoint with trucks and supply crates, finish with a visual clue, maybe posted evacuation notice or up on the wall of Tiger Bay circled. Now you're not playing Walk Simulator, you're investigating, it's still immersive, but it has momentum. And Handshake will reward you with the law payoff, and I don't know if he does or not because I haven't completed it. This confirms the UNLRA were moving contraband through Tiger Bay. I've marked the convoy route, let's see if we can intercept it. And then boom, you've got a reason for all that legwork and a follow-up mission that escalates the story. It's not just these two. Radio Star had me out west near Fort Nerith, running circles around because the messenger said find the isolated house northwest of the bridge. Northwest of which bridge? But to be fair, this one was easy enough because there was only one house on its own near the UNLRA centre. So after wandering around a little bit, I found the right shack. Lost Girl 2 was the same sort of vibe. Huge Blue Lagoon resort. However, find the tent. There was tents near the shack, which I was able to find. I walked to each one, but I couldn't get a ping to say that I'd completed the task. I didn't know if it was a glitch, I didn't know if it was an error, I didn't know if it was the wrong tents. I cleared Blue Lagoon of all the bots, and I spent that long there trying to find this tent that the bots respawned. After a massive firefight, I just gave up and walked away. Imagine if they gave you a better clue, like the pink tent near the abandoned shack next to the river. Look in the tent for the sports bag. And then after you turn it in, the handler says the diary mentions a truck at Fort Nerith. She may still be alive. Boom. Instant follow-up mission and emotional weight. So here's the thing. None of these missions are bad. I love these missions. I love how they get me to explore. I get how to find new points of interest. But they're too vague. And they don't always pay off with the story. Update 0.4 Road Dark Revelations is supposed to be about lore and narrative. This is the perfect time to fix this. Give us progressive clues so we're immersed, not lost. Give us story hooks so when we turn something in, it escalates the plot, not just our XP bar. So what do you think? Are missions too vague right now, or do you like figuring them out solo? Drop a comment with the mission that broke you, or your favourite one when it finally clicked. Smash like if you want Madfinger to add better clues in 0.40, and hit subscribe because I'm going to run these missions again after the patch and see what's changed. Mithras out. TJ says see you in the map. Bye.